And we're back with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce radio show, Minding Your Business. I'm Chris Spiker, Antelope Valley florist, co-host Aaron Goldstein, Goldstein Digital. Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
Hey, you know what? We had so many calls come in, people saying, who is that John Ward? Could he stay on? And by popular demand, because he's such a good-looking guy, we brought him back for another session. And you know, John, you just said some really nice things about the Antelope Valley. How are you, by the way?
I'm doing just fine. It's another wonderful day in the Antelope Valley.
And we talked a lot about Exit Diamond Realty.
Yes, we did.
That's the goose that lays the golden eggs that allows you to join the chamber and be involved in the community.
Yes.
And you came to the Antelope Valley because you were in the Air Force.
Yes.
A long time ago. 32 years ago?
Yeah, 32 years ago when I came here. I was in the Air Force prior to that.
Oh my goodness, yeah. For how many years were you in the Air Force?
I spent 11 years in the Air Force, and the balance of the time was civil service up at Edwards Air Force Base. A total federal DOD service, 38 years.
Wow. Wow. And you're so young.
Yeah, 38.
There you go. You start the day you're born. So, you know, you said some nice things about the Antelope Valley, and you love it, and it's your home. So the conversation is positive things about the Antelope Valley. So we call it AV Nice.
Okay.
There you go. You're AV Nice.
There you go.
And so you moved to the Antelope Valley to be in the Air Force, and you explained to Aaron the difference between the Navy and the Air Force.
Okay.
So it's not just a bunch of guys and gals in uniforms.
No.
But what goes on at Edwards? What are all the things that they do out there?
Edwards is a great place to work. It's really called the Air Force Test Center. It's part of that. I still call it by its old name, the Air Force Flight Test Center, because the name changed, but the mission still remained the same, and that's to test some of the most advanced aircraft in the Air Force inventory. Every aircraft that the Air Force has, at one point in this start out at Edwards Air Force Base. And at Edwards Air Force Base, we test the aircraft to make sure the aircraft performs according to what the manufacturer says it's supposed to do. So when you think about a road test, maybe for your car, we have the same thing for aircraft also. It's supposed to do this, Mach 1, Mach 2, supposed to be able to do this type of maneuver. That's what you say. But the U.S. government is going to test it to verify it. I think Ronald Reagan once said, he said, what did he say? I've got something but verify. But we say, like it, but verify it.
Somebody's got to jump in that craft.
Somebody's going to be on the front line,
yeah,
counting on that aircraft, doing what it's supposed to do. And it's our job to make sure that when that airman gets into a situation, that plane is going to be able to do all the things it's supposed to do.
So you saw some amazing things.
In my career, I saw some amazing things as far as aircraft performance. And sometimes we would be on flight status and we would fly in different weather conditions to test the aircraft.
Do we have different weather conditions here, or is it sunny all the time?
It's sunny all the time, but you know the Air Force has embarked on several programs where we create our climate. So we have systems where aircraft would have the tail section spray certain types of vapor that would either turn to crystals or rain patterns, and our test aircraft would fly in the pattern of that, and that would be its inclement weather. So it's amazing what the Air Force can do.
It's an amazing facility. The runways, everybody in the world is out there at Edwards. All the initials and all the companies, and the test area is huge.
Yeah, and not only are the companies out there, but foreign allies out there also. So you have someone from the British Air Force, German Air Force, all our allies, they would come out there to test, and a lot of them would end up at the Air Force Test Pilot School too, to earn their test wings.
And that's a one-of-a-kind school. That's the Air Force Top Gun, right?
Yes, that's equivalent to the Air Force Top Gun.
the last air show that they had at Edwards, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, the Dutch F-16 pilots were flying, and the guy in the VIP tent said, "Oh, these guys, the Dutch can do things we're not allowed to do." But man, it was noisy, and they were all over the place, and I go, "Wow."
Yeah, well, yeah. See, I didn't know anything about that. I was a flight test engineer, so who knows what these pilots be doing? They could do all kinds of stuff, and some of them have constraints on them. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you let those guys, you let them loose, no telling what they'll do up there.
They probably know kind of what they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the VIP tent because my wife wanted to kiss General Yeager.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. You know, the good-looking thing.
Well, you know, she didn't even know you existed until the radio show came along. So
That's why we're doing commercials.
that's oh yeah, I've got it. So you're on Exit Diamond Realty is on Channel 3.
Several of the channels, we're running commercials on Time Warner, and I think there's about 5 channels there. One of them is Channel 3. But some of it are in Free Make. There's a channel called Free Make.
Oops, I asked a question I don't know the answer
Yeah.
to.
There's HGTV.
Right.
A lot of those home type
Yeah.
channels.
You
We're
can get on there?
Yeah. I haven't seen many commercials because I'm a news home, so I only listen to news.
Right.
So every now and then it runs on CNN, but mainly it runs on the other channel.
Well, you know, most of us that advertise, we just want to see our face somewhere, which is not very effective. You know, you
Yeah.
saw it, there I am, but you know, you want to buy someplace where people are actually watching.
Exactly.
So HGTV is
Yeah.
probably a great spot.
Right.
For real estate,
Mhm.
makes sense.
And as good looking as I am, surprisingly, I'm not in the commercial.
Oh, really? Oh, you made a mistake there. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I guess they felt I was too good looking that I'll be a distraction. So they
Well,
kicked me out.
Yeah, there must be a certain demographic they're going after.
Yeah.
Because that just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, can't believe it, but, and we're paying for it.
I don't know. I don't know.
What luck it is raw.
Your mentor told you to do it, and you're just doing whatever they tell you to do.
Yeah, well, he don't even know we're doing this. So,
Has your mentor ever been to the Antelope Valley?
he came here about a month and a half ago. He travels all over the place. I would like to say I'm his only mentee, but he has quite a few of them.
Well,
He's always on the road.
I bet that he organizes his time very well and makes you feel like you are the only one.
Yes. I think he's very good at that. I can pick up the phone right now and call him, and I will get him. But don't tell him where he's at.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so did you ever live out of a suitcase?
Um,
Travel?
Well, in the military, I did.
Yeah. And that has a certain intrigue.
Don't like it.
Aaron's going, you know, I went to LA one time. It's a big world.
So you went long distance, huh? All the way down to L.A.
That's long distance.
Can be. But it's kind of weird when you don't have your house and people you know, and maybe there's family that's not around, and
Yeah.
you're working.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's how it is.
sometimes you just see the hotel and that's all you see.
Yeah. The living out the suitcase thing doesn't fit with me anymore. So I leave, and after about 2 days, I'm ready to come back home. And that's including going to New York City.
Wow.
All my family lives there. I go there, make sure everybody's fine. A big city, and in about 2 days, I start missing Lancaster. I say, hey, I'm out of here, fellas. I just came by to make sure everybody's good. I'm going back home.
There's a lot to be said. Of course, being in real estate, you know, you want development, some, but there's a lot to be said for the open spaces and being able to see the horizons. I think is real important.
Yeah, I think you get stuck here. This thing grows on you, and hey, you're not going anywhere.
Well, we keep talking it up. It's a land of opportunity.
Yeah, I think California's maybe I would say best kept secret, or is the worst kept secret, because people are moving up here.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden it became like, the word shouldn't be cheap, but it's the cheapest place to live.
Yeah.
And that drew a lot of people.
It's roughly half the price of, say, Valencia.
Wow.
Yeah, the same size home, dollar per square foot is almost double.
The trick is, how much driving do you have to do?
30 minutes from here to there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have a longer drive than 30 minutes.
Yeah. If you're driving down to Los Angeles,
Yeah.
you got 2 hours drive.
Aaron's thinking, you know, ride the train. In fact, you ride the train quite a bit.
Yes, I do. I love the train.
Mhm.
And that's another well-kept secret.
Yeah, even from me, I haven't ridden the train yet.
Never ridden the train.
I've been meaning to drive it down to LA.
Take a day, go to check out Union Station, go across the street to Olvera Street or Felipe's and have a French dip.
It's a good 2 hours.
Well, I might do that just to get on there
Yeah,
and say I've experienced one more thing in the Antelope Valley.
it's a round trip for, are you a senior
Yes.
someday?
Well,
$10
depending on
on
what
the
you call a
weekend.
senior.
$10 on the weekend.
AARP considers me a senior
Yeah,
because they always want my check.
yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, if you're 45, you're a senior
yeah,
with them.
they keep lowering the age of senior, trying to get more money. But I think the typical senior, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay, so have you been on the radio before? You seem to be pretty good at this.
Not really, but I like you guys.
Well, we like you. So thanks again for joining the Lancaster Chamber. And, you know, we have an orientation coming up for new members
Yeah,
next Thursday.
Okay, I'll put it on my calendar.
Yeah, and we've probably talked to about 180 members out of the 600, so we try to get each member on. It's just easy. I see your name and information in the Valley Press. That's how I contacted you. And loved having you on, minding your business.
So you seen us in the Valley Press?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, we run ads in the Valley Press also.
John Ward, Exit Realty, Exit Diamond.
Diamond, don't forget the diamond.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.